I'm downtown Tampa, here on Florida Avenue, right outside of the Salvation Army. I came down to meet Jordan. Jordan's 22 years old. He's a high school graduate. He seems pretty intelligent. He has aspirations to go to college. He's been homeless since December, and he's been staying at the Salvation Army since January. Jordan believes that today is the last day that he can stay at the Salvation Army, but he's still not sure. We're going to talk to Jordan a little bit, learn a little about his story and what's going on, and well, let's see what's happening with Jordan. Hey, Jordan.
Hey. Hey everybody, as you can probably tell, I am one that is not usually used to being on camera. A quick short story, some of my hopes and dreams. I want to have my own business one day in multimedia web design. Current situation, I'm in transition from looking for a place. I have never had my first car before. I've never had my first house before or apartment before, so it's kind of a big thing. I've been through a lot of ups and downs. My stay at the Salvation Army has been an interesting one. As far as bus passes, they have helped, and as far as bus passes and stuff like that. The issue that I would say is the curfew. The 6:30 curfew p.m. We're all adults. We're grown. We should not be caged like animals as far as when we can, when we can't leave and stuff like that. Help as far as that I need. One, what would be great would be a therapist. Why I say that? Because there's some stuff that just happened to me and some things that I wanted to deal with, but I've never actually been able to have money to have a therapist and be able to discuss and talk out some things to be able to move on. Some of the things that
Has the Salvation Army offered you any assistance with counseling to find a therapist?
Mm-hmm. But it's one of those things that you have to be able to afford it. You have to be able to afford it.
So they expect you to pay for it even though you're homeless?
Well, kind of.
Have they offered you any assistance on getting on any health care?
Yeah, there's Hillsborough. There's Hillsborough County Insurance. Because of the fact that you're homeless, it's free. And then after a while, I believe you have to start paying once you start working. I'm not sure if that's true or not.
But has that enabled you to start any counseling or anything like that?
I have a counselor through Facebook who the next early appointment she has is August 10th. I'm going to contact her later on today to see if she can hopefully talk to me today, because there's some stuff I'd like to discuss.
What do you mean a counselor through Facebook? It's not a physical counselor you're going to go visit?
No, it's basically I would have a conference through phone call. Basically, her name's Jody Ehrman.
How did you get connected with her?
Facebook.
So she's not an actual counselor that's located here that you would go visit. She's just
she travels all over.
She's a counselor on Facebook, so she's going to do it through Facebook.
Yeah, she's going to do it through by phone, and one of her assistants already told me that her next available spot is August 10th, but I'm going to see if I can push it to today, because I actually really need it done today, because it'll actually be very helpful. As far as what other questions you have?
So you say you've been at the Salvation Army since January.
Mm-hmm.
What all have they done to assist you other than bus passes?
Bus passes, jobs, as far as assisted living places, they recommend an ARC, but I think you have to be on drugs or alcohol to go there. They've driver's license, there's the Division of Motor Vehicle.
But did they help you to get your ID and driver's license?
I got my ID.
Okay.
The driver's license thing, I tried to get it, but I gotta get driver's license and stuff like that again, because I've been out for a while.
Okay.
So basically, one of my goals is getting driving lessons, getting my driver's license, getting a place, car, video editing program, photography.
Okay, so you've been at the Salvation Army since January,
mm-hmm.
and you want to get into your own place
mm-hmm.
and transition from the Salvation Army into your own place.
Yep.
Have they actually done any kind of help in helping you to to find a place or set you up with a program that will get you into a place?
They've recommended the Hillsborough Housing Authority. I talked to them, left a message. Basically, I've been so busy from trying to find work and find jobs and then get money in. I haven't really been talking with the managers and stuff like that much, because I've been day to day, I'm applying.
Because every day you're out trying to get a job.
Every day I'm applying, whether I'm at Brandon Mall, whether I'm applying through my phone, Craigslist, Monster.com.
Now you said, what address have you been putting on your applications?
1514 North Florida Avenue, Tampa, Florida 336.
So what is at that address?
That would be this.
Salvation Army.
Yes, that would be this.
Now, do you think that because you put that address on your applications, it has hurt you any?
Maybe with some jobs, not with all, because there's some managers that have sat me down and been like, okay, well, hey, you seem like a good fit for the position, but then what happens is bus passes will run out sometimes. So it's almost like there's always something in the middle that kind of make things a little difficult. There's Sunshine Line that I heard about that takes people to all kinds of places. There's some other bus services that help. As far as employers, any employer that has seen me fill out an application, whether it be on paper, whether it be online, they can check and pull them up. The address leads straight back here. Yeah. It's not like I go to a job and I'm trying to tell hi to people.
And whenever you go out to apply for jobs, or you go out and do things during the day, what time do you have to be back into the Salvation Army?
Around 3:45. As far as the latest, 6:30. The latest you have to be back 6:30.
Right, but you have to actually check back in that same day at what time?
3:45.
3:45, right.
3:45.
So you have to check in at 3:45. You can leave, and then you have to be back in by 6:30.
Yeah, if you're working or if you're looking for a job, you can come back around like 5 or whatever. One of the things that I've been
But if you're not in by what time do you lose your bunk if you don't show up?
6:30.
6:30.
Yeah, 6:30. And that's been the thing that I've been trying to push. But once again, one person. I've been trying to get the curfew pushed to about 10:30, 11. It will make things more convenient.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
I was told that. I was told that before I talked to the major about it. I still figured I'd still push the issue a bit, because it's kind of like, okay, from an adult standpoint, having the curfew extended to about 10:30, 11 will give people a chance to do more and get out more and be able to apply for jobs or just do extra things to help get them out of there so they will not end up going insane. So they wouldn't be there for so long and they'd be up and out.
When you first came to the Salvation Army, how long did it take you to get a bunk, to get in?
Not long. I just talked to some people. I just talked to some people.
So you showed right up and got a bunk? You didn't have to, like some people it takes them 2, 3, 4 days because of the line and not many bunks that are available.
When I came in, it was at a time when there was those bunks available. So I just signed it and then I got a bunk.
So you got pretty lucky.
Yeah, fortunately, yeah. I guess I came in at the time when things were available or whatever. But the thing if I could have one ideal thing that could change there would be the curfew, because having the curfew restriction from 6:30 and that's like cutoff, it makes things restricted. Like you can't really do too much, and as adults, I don't really know a lot of adults that like to be constricted or confined to a certain time. You want to be able to come and go as you please, and I think that's one of the things that I would hope would actually change.
But you don't think that if they make it too unrestricted, that will create problems with people that can't seem to follow the rules that are in place?
And then there's that. I mean, you lessen, you take away a restriction, and then you have some people that are fine, and you got other people that can kind of cause chaos. So it's like, it's a give and a take. The major could very well change it and extend it to 10:30, 11 o'clock.
You mentioned chaos. You've been here quite a while, since January.
Mm-hmm.
What type of problems have you seen happen at the Salvation Army?
Do we have time?
Sure, go ahead. Sounds like a lot.
Yeah. There's people that need help. There's people with mental problems and stuff like that really actually need help. And some of the other people and some of the staff don't really understand what's wrong with them because they have mental disorders and then all kinds of other sicknesses and stuff like that. So when they come in, they act a certain way. They are not very understanding of, hey, why is this person acting like this? Because they don't understand what they have, what's wrong mentally. There's a guy I know in there who actually would be very favorable with a therapist. I actually would want him to actually get a therapist because I think that's basically one of the things that he needs. Just needs to be diagnosed with whatever condition and stuff like that he has, and then he can get the help that he needs. But as far as problems that I've seen,
any theft, any fights, any
you name it,
people get arrested, or
I've seen it all.
Drug use.
Seen it all.
You've seen it all.
I
guess, like I say, you've been there since January.
You see so much, and even before this, I just see so much that it's like somebody will ask, okay, well, hey, what's some of the stuff you see? I see a lot. Listen, and one of the things I've seen fights, but then they would try to break it up. I've seen people steal people's stuff. It's a lot. It's one of those things that a lot goes on, and it's like for me to just sit and try to explain all of it. It's time consuming. It is, but just I've seen.
Okay, so we know that you're trying to find a job. You're trying to get some kind of counseling. You'd like to get your own apartment. You need assistance with that. What else do you see? What do you see that immediate things that could immediately be done to help alleviate or solve some of the issues with homelessness?
Instead of looking down on them like they're animals, I actually start looking at them like they actually can be helped and be given a second chance. Because yes, there are multiple homeless people that are on drugs, that have mental disabilities, but if you have the drug rehabilitation programs that are actually doing what they need to be doing, then they can actually have that problem solved. I don't really know too many homeless people that actually want to stay homeless. If there are, I'm not one of them, but there's homeless people that have mental disabilities and mental problems. There just needs to be places that can help take care of those, whether that be prescribed medications that has side effects that do not make it worse. All that basically needs is stop looking at them like they're animals.
And would you agree that there's not enough access to counseling for people that are going through homelessness?
No, there's not. Because I think if more access was needed and given for homeless people to get the help they needed for their disabilities and mental illnesses, whether that be post-traumatic stress, bipolar, schizophrenia, half of the issues that a lot of people see homeless people have, like talking to themselves and arguing with themselves and stuff like that and doing crazy stuff, that could be taken care of. But then they have to be able to get the resources to be able to get the funding to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Jordan, what is your full name?
Jordan Brown.
Jordan Brown.
Yeah.
And what is your email address?
Which one?
Well, give an email address so people can contact you.
thefinalshowdown20@gmail.com.
Okay, so you can contact Jordan at thefinalshowdown20@gmail.com. If you'd like to offer him any support, any help, any kind of advice if you have an apartment for him, or anything like that that may help him. Thank you, Jordan, for talking to me. Thank you for talking to the people that are going to be watching.
And on one last word, all some homeless people really need is just some help with disabilities and health problems. I believe if they get that, then they can get the help they need and they'll be on their way. Because I don't know too many homeless people that actually want to stay where they're at. If there are, they probably just need somebody that's determined enough to get in their face and get them to change how they view things. That's just my look on it.
Okay. Well, I think that was a lot to learn from Jordan about his homeless situation, plus advice that he has for other people that are going through homelessness, and a little bit of information about his stay at Salvation Army. Share this video, send it out to anybody you think needs to see it. Send it to counselors, send it to the city of Tampa. You know, let people know that there are issues, there's a need for counseling, and this is right from a man right here that's trying to seek the counseling himself, but has had an issue finding it. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.